Mistletoe Ranch is a pretty enjoyable film. This was released in 2022. It's directed by Rhiannon Bannenberg, written by Claire J. Harris, and this stars Mercy Cornwall as Aimée, and we also have Jordi Weber as James, and they are, of course, our Christmas rom-com potential relationship. And Aimée is a photographer. She's a very likable protagonist, and I found that it was very easy to follow her journey. And she finds out that every year her family has put on these Christmas celebrations, this wonderful event, and unfortunately, with financial constraints, it seems like this is not going to happen anymore. So she goes back home, and this is where the ranch comes into it, and she works with people from her past, people she hasn't seen in a long time, to try and rectify the situation. And of course, as I said, we have the romantic aspect with James. James is somebody she knew from her past, and I don't really have a preference when it comes to Christmas rom-coms, whether the relationship is a new encounter, somebody they've never met before, or an old flame. I think it can work either way. And I think that because she's going home and reconnecting with her past a little bit, I think it worked quite well to have James there as somebody she once knew. And we also have a young child. Molly Bell Wright gives a wonderful, very energetic performance as Juniper. She's a really likable child, and helps to create this youthful energy that I rather appreciated, and I liked it a lot. With regards to the ranch aspect, we don't get as many beautiful shots as I was perhaps hoping. Often when we have films set on ranches, we have gorgeous scenery and beautiful locations and beautiful shots of horses galloping as people ride them. There are some nice shots, that's absolutely true, but it's maybe not as abundant as I perhaps would have liked, because I did choose to watch this because I was in the mood for a ranch-based film. And there are quite a few Christmas-based ranch films, and it's not too bad. If you're in the mood for that kind of film, I think it'll tick the right boxes, just maybe not as much as some similar films. But that aside, I enjoyed it. It's quite festive. It's not the most festive film, but there's enough Christmas in it to be able to call it a Christmas film, which is not always the case with some Christmas films. So, of course, credit there where it's due. I enjoyed it. Likeable characters, a decent enough narrative that I found that I could emotionally invest my attention in, Christmassy enough. No complaints from me at all. If you haven't seen Mistletoe Ranch and you're looking for a Christmas rom com, I'd say give it a go. It's definitely not too bad.